Hello and welcome to the Growing Green podcast. Your host, Jeremiah Jennings, is the owner of Growing Green Landscapes in Birmingham, Alabama, and has a passion for growing the entrepreneurship community for those who are young in business. Being a business owner isn't easy, especially in the early years, and that's why in this show we dive into a wide range of topics covering all the challenges small business owners deal with. Even if your company is generating $1 million or more, the stories from our great guest and Jeremiah's own firsthand experiences will propel your business forward. And now, here's your host, Jeremiah Jennings.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode today here on the Growing Green podcast. This is your host, Jeremiah Jennings, and I am super excited to come to you today with another fresh episode for your Friday. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you had a good week out there this week, and I hope you are crushing it. Hope you're heading into the spring rush. Man, I saw a lot of you guys actually out plowing snow over the weekend, which was earlier in the week, I should say. That's kind of crazy. I thought winter was over with, but I guess not. And so, well, here we are. But welcome into the YouTube channel as well. If you're watching on YouTube, love to see you. Thanks for coming by. We're revitalizing that thing, and we started posting on YouTube years ago, like 3 or 4 years ago, and posted a little bit here and there. Never really did it consistently, but we're taking our journey to YouTube over the next little bit, and I want to share our journey there. And so we're going to post some podcast stuff there. We're going to post some reels there, some long-form stuff that we're going to post this full-length YouTube video. Full-length podcast is going to be on YouTube, so if you want to go see that, go check that out. You can see me talk with my hands and all the other fun things that go along with it. But anyway, we are focused on growth. We're focused on taking our company new heights, and I want to do that through the power of social media as well. And so we want to use YouTube. I hope my hat's straight in the image there. If you're looking at it, well, sorry if it's not straight. I can't really see. So we want to use social media to help us grow, and we're going to try to bring it to you here. You can see I'm in my high-vis shirt here from JiffyShirts.com. So this is one of the dry fit shirts that we get. We order new ones just about every year, and this allows the crew to stay dry. I have no affiliate code or anything with them. I'm not getting paid to say that. JiffyShirts.com, Jiffy Shirts.com. We use the, if you want to ask me, I could have told you, A1. A1 shirts are the brand that we get. And they're all 100% polyester. We buy short sleeve and long sleeve. And we actually have a heat press. So you pay $100, $120 for a heat press. They will cut if you have your logo, they'll cut it for you, give the size you want. So if you're watching, you can see here, I've got my G on the front. And then let me pull this in here. This is a sweatshirt that I have. And you can see there on the back. Maybe you can see, I don't know if the light is going to block it or not. But you can see Growing Green on the back there. That's what we have on the back of these shirts with the logo. They will cut those for you. Send them to you in size. All you got to do is heat press them down. So we do that. It saves a lot of money. I make these shirts for less than $10 a piece. I can't buy them anywhere like that with a logo on the front and the back for anything cheaper than that. And it takes about an hour to make 50 shirts. So it's not bad. Rocking and rolling. Takes about 20, 30 seconds a shirt. So it is an easy way to save a little bit of money, but also get crews in uniform in a budget manner. So, what are we going to talk about today? What is this show about? If you're watching on YouTube, what are we doing here? Why? What is the podcast, right? We're talking about all things growth, right? And we're sharing our story, and I'm happy about it. And you can tell I'm pumped up, and you can tell I'm excited. What I don't want to have happen is us to get so caught up in the growth that we don't talk about the action steps that we're taking on a daily basis. I think we're talking about that, right? But we're talking very big picture, and I want to make sure that we're talking about the day-to-day stuff as well sometimes, and that's what a lot of the YouTube is about to be, like we're not revitalizing, we never really started. Our focus on YouTube is going to be like sharing the journey of our growth process in our landscape company. We're going to go from right under $500,000 to $1 million plus, hopefully this year, and in coming years reach to the $3 to $5 million to $10 million mark down the road. Big goals, big plans, big dreams. How are we going to get there? And my friend, he's funny, same name, Jeremiah Adams, reached out to me, and I'll shout him out because I appreciate the support, right? This is like support and this is what the community is all about. He just DM'd me after the last show and said, and Jeremiah, I hope you're okay with me saying this, but I just want to say thank you because this is what it's about. This is how we get better. This is how we grow. He texted me and said, hey, man, I've listened to the podcast for a while now. Recently, you've been talking about growth, all good stuff, but I think you've been leaving out the most important part of how you're getting new work. Like all the systems, the hiring, the growth, it's all awesome, but how are you getting the new leads to get the jobs? All the new stuff won't grow your company without jobs leading to estimates. What's the marketing? How are we doing it? How are you growing? Thank you so much for that, right? Like, thank you for that message because sometimes we do get caught up in that. And it's easy to do. So let me just explain a little bit, like, the process behind that. It's easy to kind of miss some of those things when you're not in that stage of business anymore, per se. So, like, we're in year 7 of our company. We're not in year 1 anymore. We're really not in year 2. We're definitely not in year 3. We're in year 7, okay? So our name is, like, out and about. We randomly have people call us, hey, this person referred you. Awesome. I have no idea who that person is, right? And I don't say that in like a bragging way. I say that in a way of like, hey, keep hustling. Your time is going to come. But as we have grown, we've been mainly referral-based growth and just word of mouth, doing high-quality work, and that's how we've grown. The thing that you do need to realize as you grow is like you need to put some marketing plans in place and some tactics. And I'm not going to sit here and say that I've done all the things that I'm going to tell you to do because I haven't. I have not spent buku-doodles of money on marketing over the years. I haven't done big mail. I have never done an EDDM campaign ever. That's the hot topic. Print mail outs, I've never done that, right? That is not me saying it doesn't work. I know it works. I've seen people do it, and I've seen the results from it. I personally haven't done it. So what I say is not the gospel, okay? I'm going to tell you what we've done and share what has worked for us and what's helped to get us to this point. We have grown mainly by word of mouth. That has been networking. That's been doing good work. That's been the basics, right? Getting around people who you believe can talk and share about your business. And I think in year 1 and year 2 and year 3, it's just a little slower because there's not that many people that know about what you do. And something you have to think about and remember is like, if that's the way you want to grow, that's simply going to take time. I was blessed. I didn't have a wife and 2 kids when I started the business. So I wasn't on some like, hey, I've got to get this figured out. I've got to have a $500,000 business in year 1 and 2. If you're doing that right now with a family, the bar is set a little higher there. You have higher expectations, higher standards you have to go achieve. And I want you to realize that's doable, but it may be different than the way that we've done it. So the way that we've done it has been mainly word of mouth. And you know what? That's good, right? But I'll be like frankly honest. We don't have a marketing plan set to where if the economy tanks tomorrow, we don't have that ad spend built up and the process in place to where that funnel is like always churning and always bringing people in. Now, what we want to do is get around people who have enough money that the market doesn't bother them that bad and they continue to talk about our services and they need us, right? But truth be told, we're a maintenance company that does residential lawn mowing. We're not high-end estate properties either. You've heard me talk about that. So the economy is going to affect some of our customers. So we need to be doing a better job of getting that built. And so what are we doing? That's the question. What are we doing to gain new leads? We have a name built in our community now, right? You can have that name by a few simple things. Join your Chamber of Commerce. I know you've probably heard that before. It's something that's really simple that can do a ton for you. Simply join your Chamber of Commerce and be active in it. Go to the luncheons, sponsor the events, do the things. Get involved in your community. Go to community events. We're in our local city, we're about to have people running for mayor, right? They'll elect a new mayor this year, end of this year. So find those events for you. Find the city council meetings. Find the things that you want. Like, where do you want to be? Who do you want to know you? Who are your customers? Are your customers middle-aged people with 7th through 11th graders? and they don't have any time because they're playing sports all day and they don't have time to mow their grass and they just want to spend time with their family. Like, are those your customers? Because if those are your customers, you need to be at the sporting events. You need to be sponsoring the sporting teams. You need to be involved in the school systems. Like, that's where you need to be. If it's high-end estate properties, you need to be going to galas, however you say it. You need to be going to banquets, like high-end events. You have to find those things that work for you and match the level of business that you're trying to earn and to attain. For us, our play is just, right now, we're building brand. We are building brand in Trussville. We're in Trussville, Alabama, and I've said it pretty openly and pretty clearly. Our team knows it. I want to be the landscaping company in Trussville in the next 5 years. Like, I want us to be the name that everyone knows. Because right now we've got 3 or 4 other players that are kind of in line above us. And when we're up there, but not as good as I would like. And I'll tell you a simple way that branding is happening is through our box truck. Guys, almost every time I talk to someone at our church or I introduce myself to somebody randomly on the streets that have never met me before, and I tell them I own Growing Green, it is, oh yeah, I see your guys' trucks everywhere. We have one box truck, but it's lettered all the way down. It's very well branded. There's a big G with a leaf in it on the side. Like, it is obvious that truck says Growing Green on it. And so that matches the brand. And so we are impacting those people's thought processes every time they see that truck. We're building awareness. We're building trust. We're building, like, reliability. They're seeing us in the community all the time, so people are obviously doing business with us. So you want to know a simple way? Start branding. Branding is not marketing. Branding is this right here. It's making your name known in the community. It's not marketing and advertising is actively paying for leads, actively posting jobs posting on Facebook, trying to gain new business. Branding is different, and I think it's almost more important. I'm not an SEO expert, a marketing expert, an advertising expert. Don't get me caught up in those realms. I'm not that. But from someone who's running the business, I think the branding is almost more important. Because anybody can look at an ad and be sold, right? Like, sure, it's a good ad. But, or scroll by it. Because that's what happens a lot of times. The conversion rates on just an ad that you see that I've never seen anything or never known who this company is before, probably pretty low. But branding, I've seen that truck. Branding paired with an ad. The ad comes up. You know what? I see their trucks everywhere. I see their signs. They sponsored our softball team. My granddaughter plays softball. They were on the team. They were in the program, right? Like, we just did that. We paid $250 and we sponsored our local softball program. I think they got like 18 home games. Are we going to get a job from that? Probably not at all, right? But it's $250. It's a full-page printout, and it's branding. It's supporting the community. We're going back to those things that I just talked about a minute ago. We're showing them that we are here and we're supporting them, and we want to grow with them. We want to support those kids' educations and their futures, right? They see our trucks driving around. So that's building loyalty and trust. So you want to know active steps? Wrap your trucks. Letter your trucks. Put magnets on them if you can't afford it. Like, it's not that hard. You just have to take the steps and do it. If you want to shift to the marketing side, there's a million different opinions and a million different ways to do it. You got to find something that works for you. I wish that I had a really good marketing company that I could refer you to. Right now, I just don't. I haven't put the time into vetting and partnering with one that I'm like, you know what, I'm all in on this company. I just haven't done it. And so for me, it's consistent posting on Facebook, right? Take your business page, post it on Facebook in your communities. That's that's branding with advertising. They see the trucks, they see the Facebook page regularly, and then maybe they get an ad that goes back to that Facebook. Oh, I've seen this Facebook page before, right? Post consistently on there. Make YouTube videos, right? Our plan for YouTube is we're also going to make YouTube videos for the business. So like what you're watching right now is for the content side. It's to help other people grow their businesses. we're making a YouTube strictly for our customers and our community to say, look, this is what we do. This is our process. Like, this is everything that we do. And so those videos are also going to be like embedded into things that we send out, into email newsletters. If you were on Leanscapers call yesterday, you heard Mark say, we're automated. We have automated our lead intake form now, which is awesome. And so we've automated that. We're going to start embedding videos into those, telling the customers what we do and what the process looks like. Now, that's not actively marketing and advertising, right? That's after the lead comes in. But make videos. You make videos one time, and they're there over and over and over and over again. You can repurpose them. So, sure, make videos for your local business. Think outside the box. How many other people in your area are doing YouTube, making YouTube videos for their actual lawn care business, showing, hey, this is what we do. This is how we showcase our work. Blah, 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 so on and so forth. Connect with the customer. The problem in our industry is that we don't do a good job. We don't do a good enough job of connecting with our customers and really like scratching the itch for what they have. What is the desire they're looking for? We can't find that. When you find that and like really hammer home on it, it's all downhill from there. Like, you got them in the bag. But you got to do the right thing of what kind of customer I'm serving, what's your ICP, your ideal customer profile, what kind of customer I'm serving, where do they hang out, how do I get in front of them, how do I produce content to get in to see them, not me being in person, but me being there virtually. So in-person events and virtually, right? All of that I just said is free for the most part. Like, I didn't say run paid ads. You can run paid ads, run Facebook ads. The thing that I've learned a little bit that I do know is, like, if you're going to run Facebook ads or Google ads, you better be split testing them and making sure that you're seeing how they perform. And this is like consistent. Like, you have to do this every ad you post, everything you post, you need to be looking and saying, look, how did this one perform? What are the metrics on this one? What can I change? How can I make these better? Which one performs better? What time of day should I be posting it? There's a lot of stuff that goes into that. That's why, like, when I get to that point, I'm hiring a professional. I'm not touching it. I've just yet to find that company, and when I do, I'm coming for you guys. I'm coming to bring it to you. But I haven't found that yet. And so I know that it's a priority in our business to grow. I also know a lot of people who have grown companies that have never spent $1 on paid marketing and advertising. Do I think you should be doing it? Yes. But I also know that, like, you take your time and invest it into others in your community. You invest it into people around you. You invest it into the things that they enjoy. You're going to get return on it, I promise. You will see return at the end of it. But you have to find their needs, not yours. Find their needs and solve their problems. Don't advertise like it's a problem that you have. Don't advertise like it's your money you're spending either. That's something that I had to fix in my mind 2 years ago was $30,000 for a land. I've never paid $30,000 for a landscape. You're selling with the value that you put on it. You can't do that. You cannot do that. You have to be able to let them know that you're there solving their problems. Not you telling them what you do. You don't need to tell them what you do. They can go to your Facebook page and find that. Find the problem that they have and figure out the solution for it. For us in the next 12 months, we're going to run some paid ads. We're going to run some Facebook ads, some Google ads. We're going to do those things. We're going to continue posting. We're going to make the YouTube videos. But we're going to really heavily invest our time in the community. We're going to start making really good print material and handouts. Like, I'm already in the process of having folders printed for us to put portfolios in to take to potentially new clients, to leave with vendors, to leave with real estate agents. I went out yesterday, went to lunch, made a connection with the number 2 realtor in our city, and I got a referral from her today. Like, it was a 45-minute conversation and got a referral today. And I literally asked her, like, do you have a landscaper that you're referring? No, I don't have a landscaper. And she's been doing real estate for 30 years. Doesn't have a landscaper she refers out. Here you go. I'm the guy. Like, she's literally has a buyer buying a house, has a drainage issue. They called me 12 hours after our meeting and said, "Hey, I need to come fix this." Like, the proof is in the pudding. Get around people who have problems. The problem is she doesn't even realize it, right? The realtor doesn't even realize it. She meets and sells and buys houses for people and with people and doesn't have anybody to refer them to for landscaping. Like, I'm making her life easier. I'm adding more value to her by me being her partner. When you can go into the table and say, "Look, hey, let me be your agent. I've got a landscaper that I work with. We're going to get you fixed up. We're going to get you taken care of. Like, you're going to be in much better shape. Your house is going to look awesome. If you have any issues, we're going to get them fixed." I bring that to the table. You don't have to go find it. You don't have to go do that. You don't have to go search for a landscaper on Facebook. I've got your guy right here. That came off of a 45-minute lunch for me. And you spend $30 or $40 on it. Like, you should be doing that all of the time. We have a salesman now. He is required to have 2 lunches a week for the rest of the year. Like, he's got to meet new people and go out and meet new customers and take them to lunch and go play golf and do the things and invest the time to network and brand our business all across the city with decision makers, the realtors, the lawyers, the other service trades, right? Like, I would love what we talked about the other day in the truck was like something so simple, but I don't hear anyone discussing it. Landscaping is a competitive industry, right? So is roofing, so is HVAC, so is plumbing. You should go to every plumbing company in a 10-mile area of you, or however big your service area is. We'll call it 5 miles. That's more like mine. Let's go to every plumbing company in a 5-mile radius of me and take them to lunch and hear about their business and hear what they're doing and make us their number one referral partner. So every time they go in and destroy a septic tank and dig it up and put in new fill lines, they refer us to put new sod down to refix the yard. Like, if you did that with every plumbing company in the area, we'll call it 5 or 10 companies, and you are the top referral for every company in the area, like, there you go. You're not paying for anything. You're paying for that lunch and the time spent on it, but you're not paying for leads coming in. And trust me, leads are coming in. Like, any decent-sized plumbing company is dealing with what, 2 to 5 customers a day? 2 to 5 a day times 200 days a year. You're talking 800 to 1,000 customers potentially a year that they're dealing with times 5 companies. Like, come on now, 4,000 to 5,000 customers a year that they're coming in touch with, and you're the number one referral partner for them for the landscaping side of things after they destroy a yard for the septic. It's game over. It's game over. You become market leader right there. But you have to think outside the box a little bit. When you're doing an install, like, and I know I'm not sitting here talking about like EDD. What's the best way to market? What's the best? I'm not talking about that because that's not where my focus is, quite frankly. Like, it's not there. It's just not. I want my time spent on people that I know that are going to go talk about our business. Not a mail out going to a mailbox that's going to sign us up with some random customer. Do you need that stuff? Yes. Are we going to implement that stuff down the road? We probably will. Like, when I hire a manager to handle this stuff that knows more about it and knows the statistics and the numbers behind it all, yeah, we probably will. But right now, where is my time best spent and my salesman's time best spent? It's in connections and relationships. Mark Bradley openly shares he built a $50 million landscaping company, did $50 million in revenue with 5 to 10 referral partners. Like, that's all it took. He wasn't going to get leads off the street. Like, that wasn't happening. Now, did he do it to build, right? Did he do it to scale? I'm sure he did some print marketing. I know he did. He sent out books to high-end neighborhoods. He spent, I forget what he said, $40 a booklet, and he had 1,000 of them printed, right? It was their portfolio all in this booklet. Very nice. Sitting on the coffee table. Like, it was very nice and professional. He spent 40 G's on that, on these books. And he did get those into high-end customers and neighborhoods, right? Like, so there is benefit there. But that's very targeted. That's a very Very targeted approach. And you can do that. If you have a neighborhood that you want to get in, go do it. Go get print marketing in there. That's not what I'm not saying don't do that. I'm just saying, for me and us, it's relationships. And it is, we're going to do high quality work. We're going to change the game of how landscaping is done in this area. We're going to set a new bar. We're going to create an amazing customer experience. We're going to have a portal for them to go in and see anytime they're serviced, right? So, like, it's not just, like, the leads, you just have to go generate them yourself sometimes. And then you got to make the sale. You got to make the close. Because here's the difference, right? You go send out a flyer to a random homeowner, right? They may pick that up. They may scan the QR code. They may check out. Who knows? But if you are investing your time and going maybe door knocking face-to-face, you're going into businesses, you're taking people to lunch, then you have the opportunity to sell them actively right there. Close them. On a print mail out, you don't have that opportunity. You do, but you got a really, really good ad copy, and you better have like great call to actions, and it better be a sharp looking piece of work. You can do that. But with this salesman that we have in place now, we've sold, I don't know, $2,000 worth of work in the last week off of just like random walk-ins. Things that like are not fun to do necessarily, but they get done and they get results. Like, he sold roofing for I don't know how many years now. 6 years, I think. He came into the landscaping industry. And as he came in, okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. I just got interrupted from a phone call. I don't want to keep rambling. What I want to say is it gets results, right? Going into businesses, it gets results. You may not want to go in door knocking, get results. You may not want to, right? That's fine. If you don't want to, you either got to get over that fear and go do it. And it may not be fear. You may just be, I just don't want to do it. Maybe you don't want to spend your time doing that. That's fine. Hire somebody to do it. Hire someone to get out there and grow your name and your brand. I didn't want to do it. I hired somebody, right? And it's going to take some investment. It's going to take some commitment. Maybe it's going to cost you more than you ever paid anybody in your business before, right? And I'll throw random numbers out to you. Let's say $60,000, $70,000, $100,000, right? We'll call it $75,000, right? If you want $75,000 employee, well, you've got to pay that employee $6,000. Let me pull the math. Let me do the calculator real fast and make sure I'm on the right page, but I'm pretty sure I am. 75,000 divided by 12 is going to be $6,250 a month, right? Divide that by 4. We're going to have, that's per week, so $1,562 per week. Divide that by 5, $312 a day. Guys, they could sell a $20,000 or $30,000 or $40,000 job in one day. Like, it can make up for itself. They will make more money. They will sell hundreds of thousands of dollars. It costs money, yes, but guess what? You will see return on that if you help build them and grow them into the people that you want them to be, and the hands and the feet of your company. They're going out there. They're the face of the company. You have to do that. You have to be a leader. You have to you're called to a higher standard. You have to show them, hey, this is what we want to embody. These are the principles. These are the morals we want to follow. You got to bring those people in and train them. But that is marketing. That's advertising. That is selling. And it may not be something that you're necessarily like, sign me up today, but it could be around the corner for you a lot closer than you think. You could make that move a lot closer than you think. Did I think I was going to have a sales guy 2 months ago? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But now that we've done it, it's one of the most freeing things that I can't imagine not having one. Like, if our sales guy leaves now, I'll go hire no sales guy. And I'm like, this is asinine. Like, what do we talk? I have 4 employees, 4 field employees. What am I doing with the sales guy? He's split half sales, half account management, right? He's doing other things. But it's like, this is amazing. He loves what he's doing. He's going out. He's representing the company. And I can do income-producing things as far as getting estimates and things out. And I still go have lunches, right? I had lunch yesterday, got a referral today. But now they're just multiples of it, right? Why do you think like these big roofing companies and all the Grant Cardone, the 10X people that sells, all the people that sell, right? The selling industry, car dealerships. Why are there so many sales? Because it just multiplies, right? Imagine if I put 5 salespeople on my staff tomorrow, the work we would bring in. You may bring in more work from, and again, this is me talking ignorant here. I don't know. I'm just talking ideas. That's what we're talking through. If you had 5 salespeople on staff, could you generate more revenue than with those people on staff and paying them? Like, that's, I realize, we'll call it $70,000 and do it times 5. That's $379,000 in payroll, right, per year. But what if each of those is selling $1 million a piece? You're selling $5 million in revenue, and you do that at a 15% profit margin. That's $750,000 just in net profit that you've sold after everything and everyone has been paid. And imagine what 5 salespeople out there in the community could do for you. The amount of reach you would have, the amount of like, holy crap, this is a big company. This is a real company, right? We got 5 people out here. Like, they don't know there's 5 people, but we're quote unquote everywhere. We have 5 sales vehicles on the road. And then we start building trucks. Like, just think about things that way. Think outside of the box a little bit. Find ways to impact people. The people that you do bring on, the leads you do have, how are you going to keep them? How are you going to close them? For us, when we do projects this year, we're going to do a Pardon Our Dust sign. That's common. You've heard that. We're going to take that, hang it on the doors around us, and then we're going to let them know, like, there's going to be certain, if we have a middle of summer job and it's heavy drought and we got a dust bowl going on, like, our plan right now is to partner with a local car wash to get a discount on some car washes and buy them in bulk and pass those car washes out. Because guess what? Those car washes that we give away for free hopefully turn into memberships for that car wash that's helping us. So then we have a referral partner, right? And then maybe we take care of the maintenance at the car wash place. But when we have a dust bowl of a project, we're going to go to those houses around us and say, hey, look, I'm so sorry we made a mess. Like, we're going to do our best to clean it up. But in the meantime, if you want to go get your car washed, here's a free wash on us. $10 a car wash, right? $8 if you get a negotiated deal, probably, right? Like, say you buy 100 car washes and they're $8. You spend $800. 800 divided by 12. Come on, let's think about this. What's the math? 800 divided by 12. $66 a month. You spend $66 a month on a lot worse things. If you go in above and beyond for that customer next door, you give them a car wash for $10, right? $8. Like, that could land your next $30,000 project. You're putting in a backyard pool or a landscape for somebody. You do that, you take that extra step, that extra gesture, because that's not a thing anymore, right? The society is a don't talk to me, don't really mess with me type society. Contractors don't want to be messed with. Like, we have a bad rap. Blue collar has a bad rap. Set yourself apart. How can you be different? This is how you can be different. Like, it's right there. It is right there, and action can be taken. You just have to do it. As we wrap the show up, I want to talk about one thing, though. So we talked about SOPs and processes. Like, you've heard me talk about that. We made our first, actually printed out one today, and I'm super pumped for it. This is, if you're on YouTube, right, this is the benefit of watching YouTube, because we're going to have more of this stuff, okay? We're going to have more of this stuff, and this is not something that is groundbreaking. You can go to Leanscaper and get a lot of systems and processes, and we're not going to take stuff from them. Trust me. Mark's got all of this stuff figured out, right? But this is just stuff that we're using as a small landscape company that's growing. So I made a fueling system and process, a standard operating procedure right here. And if you can see it on camera, I hope it focuses. I don't know if it is, but we'll see afterwards. This is... Do I need to turn it? No, I can't turn it that way. That's right. This is just a standard operating procedure of how to use the fuel tank every single time. This is so simple a monkey could do it, right? I tell chat, hey, make me an SOP for fueling in our fuel tank. Anyone can do it if they show up and they've never done it before. That's what this is. Say it's got safety precautions, fueling procedure, maintenance and troubleshooting, emergency procedures, and who to contact if something's wrong, right? I spent $100 on a lamination machine, $50 on the lamination machine, $50 on the pouches. Everything is getting printed and laminated at this point. Everything. This is so simple, and it's so small level, and it's so like rookie contractor, but this is awesome. This right here will move the needle in your company, because this is how you get things in place for people to grow. Because what is winning? What does winning look like? It's this right here. This is winning. This is them knowing how to use the fuel tank without me having to be there and show them. This is a part of training. You have to, in all of your growth process, start looking at your employees and saying, what does winning look like? Because they may not know. That may be the hang-up. They don't know what winning looks like. And that's me. I look at myself and I say, have I told my guys what winning looks like? What is winning? How do we succeed? How do we grow? this is a good step. You have these things listed everywhere. You have SOPs everywhere, right? We're going to have like a little store in the shop. There's going to be a QR code that I'm about to print out literally probably right after I record this podcast. And we're going to talk about these things. There's going to be a QR code to put your order in or whatever. Like let us know what you got from the thing. That's going to be laminated and stick to the side of the wall. Like this is how you grow. This is so simple, but it's a $50 machine. I'm 7 years in business and never done it. It's a $50 machine with, 30 or 40 sheets of lamination. Go buy more of those. And this stuff isn't going to mess up. This is going to be put on the outside of the fuel tank now. Like it's going to be stuck on there and it's good there for good. Nothing's going to happen to it. There's going to be the stuff in the container on how do tools get hung up, how all the stuff, right? Because you can make the things in your head, but if the employees can't see it and they can't make decisions on it, then how are you going to grow and you're going to scale? You're not. You're going to be stuck. You're stuck at the level of what you know and what you share with your employees. So until you start sharing more and documenting, you're in trouble. I hope this episode brought some value to you. If you watched on YouTube, you saw me talk with my hands a lot. This is behind the scenes. This is what happens. Got some cool stuff coming. I'm excited, like for the on-camera portion. It's gonna be fun. This year's gonna be fun. I am pumped. I'm psyched for where we're going. Come engage on YouTube there. Engage in the short form stuff. Engage in the long form stuff. Let me know the content you want to see because this is where we move the needle. These kind of conversations. This is moving. This is growth. Take action. I know 90% of the people listening to this. We talked about something today that you can take action on. It may not be the first time you heard it. It may not be groundbreaking, but you could take action on it. I know. There's 90% of people here that aren't doing every single step in what we talked about. Do one positive thing to move the needle forward today. Be better than you were yesterday. You will see growth. Growing Green Landscapes on YouTube. Growing Green Landscapes on Instagram. Come hang out. Let's grow together. I'm excited. I want you to be a part of it. Thank you for your support in here on the podcast for the last couple of years. Hop over to the YouTube channel. Press subscribe. I thank you. We appreciate you. This is Friday. We're signing off. We got a Marriage Monday on Monday. We're having a baby on Wednesday. Who knows what the show is going to do over the next couple of weeks. We'll survive. Spring rush is here. I'm excited. I'm pumped up, and I'm ready. If I've never met you, can't wait to meet you one day. I'm so excited to build and grow relationships with you. I've met a lot of you. I call a lot of you friends, and I couldn't be more thankful for this community. Thanks for tuning in. Growing Good Landscapes on YouTube. Growing Good Landscapes on Instagram. Like, subscribe, follow, all the things. If I can ever help, reach out, let me know. But without any further ado, guys, that's going to wrap this one up. And we look forward to catching up with everybody here on the next one.
Thanks for tuning in to the Growing Green podcast. It is an honor to have you listening, and we hope you receive valuable advice to help take your business to the next level. Don't forget to follow the podcast so you'll be notified when our next episode drops.